Hi everybody. I know I haven't posted in a long time. 2012, I believe, was the last time I posted something. And I want the topic of this video to basically be a message for Carrie Underwood. It's really about Carrie Underwood. Maybe if I'm lucky, she'll see it. I don't know. She's a pretty busy girl, especially since she's a mom now and everything. So, as everybody knows, I love Carrie Underwood. I've loved Carrie Underwood since I first saw her audition for American Idol in 2005. In fact, my dad and I both, right after her audition, mind you, my dad and I looked at each other and we said, "There's your winner for season 4," and sure enough, she won. Back in November, she went to take her dogs out, and after she stepped out of her house, I'm not sure what she tripped over or what happened, but she fell, broke her wrist. That required a screw and a metal plate and screws in her wrist. And apparently at that time she also hurt her face. That required multiple stitches. I forget how many stitches it said in the article. And it's like, okay, well, the face is a pretty large area, so I'm like, where have she done this? And I just found out it was around her mouth and her chin. And I don't know if there's anywhere else or not. But she kind of went into hiding after that. She wasn't taking pictures of her whole face. One of the pictures just had a picture of her eyes because she was in a scarf and everything. She had taken time off from performing because she wanted to, I guess, focus on her husband. Because I know he took time off from playing hockey. And I guess they reconnected with each other, and she got to focus on Isaiah, her son. Well, the world missed her. I missed her. And then I was trying to figure out why she was hiding. Because come on, you can't deny she's gorgeous. And she just gets prettier every year, it seems. It seems like every year she gets more beautiful. But I think this accident really had her shook up, I guess is the right way to say it. So she was hinting that new music was coming. She had released, this was for the Super Bowl and for the Olympics at the same time. It was a song called Champion, and it was featuring Ludacris. And I didn't really see much of her face in the video or anything. She's just gorgeous. And I don't know if they recorded it before her accident or what, but I'm like, okay, so this is not a country song, so what's she doing? Then a few months later, was it April? I don't remember. I think it was April that she just released her newest single, Cry Pretty. And the cover to her single doesn't look like her. So now I'm wondering, okay, what happened? You know, is she lying? Did she really not fall and she went and got plastic surgery? I mean, I hate to think that, but, you know. She was just so scared of her colleagues, I guess, and her fans seeing scars. It's like, okay, first of all, everybody has scars. I don't know one single human being on this planet who does not have a scar somewhere. I have multiple scars. I have multiple scars on my face. That doesn't prevent me from going out in public and seeing people. Okay, I don't profess to be the most attractive human being on this planet. I don't think I am. So I was trying to figure out why she was so concerned with people seeing scars, because scars aren't that big of a deal. They fade. Do they ever go away? Maybe, maybe not. So I'm trying to figure out, because they didn't really say much details as to after she had all those stitches put in, and then it said that her scars may never go away. It's like, okay. So then she was stated to make her triumphant return to the music scene, and she was going to perform at the ACM Awards. And I was excited. Because she's amazing. She can sing anything, and she sounds freaking amazing. And of course, after hearing this song on YouTube, actually, she posted a lyric video on YouTube to Cry Pretty, and it's like, whoa, this is one of her best pieces of work I've ever heard. And her voice is like amazing. It's like, so this accent didn't affect her singing at all. When Reba McEntire, who is another one of my favorite singers, country singers, introduced her, I was really anxious to see her. And the only thing that looked different to me was her mouth area. Otherwise, she looked completely the same. And she was literally shaking. She also won the award for Best Collaboration. She did with Keith Urban, called The Fighter. And she was clearly shaken. She was crying and stuff, and everybody had a standing ovation when she was done singing. It's like, you cannot listen to her sing and not feel something. I mean, you really want to get the waterworks going, look up her when she performed How Great Thou Art with Vince Gill. I mean, that just was like, wow. Goosebumps everywhere. So the other night, I went to the store and I picked up the new People magazine that, of course, has the new prints on the cover. Congratulations, Prince William and Princess Kate, on the birth of your son, Louis. His name is Louis. It took a few days for them to reveal his name. But anyway, Carrie Underwood's also, there's a little blurb about her healing and about her injury. And I'm like, okay, maybe this will tell me what actually happened. And it did. It was very thorough. And it explained why she looks so different around her mouth, because that's where her injury took place pretty much. And she had extensive reconstructive surgery to the area. So She did have plastic surgery, but not for the reasons a lot of people have plastic surgery. She had it so that I guess she could look normal again, or feel normal. But, you know, she didn't seem to be a vain type of person to me. So when she was hiding and she kept saying that she was afraid of people seeing scars, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't understand. You know, what are you covering up for? It's like your fans are gonna love you no matter what you look like. I mean, with a voice like that, she could, I don't know. But anyway, her new album, Cry Pretty, is coming out in September, which is a really, really long time for me to wait because she released her last album in 2015. Okay, so I am really ready for this new album. I wish she would release it sooner than later. But Carrie Underwood, if you do get to see this, you really have nothing to worry about. Okay? You're absolutely stunning. The only advice I would give you is that glitter stuff on your eyes. That doesn't look good. Okay? It doesn't look horrible, but it just, I don't know, it didn't look real good. I don't know if she was wearing the stuff because the song is called Cry Pretty. Which I can relate to. I mean, every person can relate to it. I've never met somebody that was pretty when they cried, looked pretty when they cried. But crying's not a pretty act either. It's a pretty serious thing. Something I cry a lot, but not. I mean, I guess if you're making a happy cry, you're crying because you're so happy, that's different. But when you're upset about something or hurting about something, and that kind of crying, I don't know. I don't think it's saying, oh my God, you look so pretty right now. You're crying your eyeballs out, but you look so beautiful. Like that. But yeah. So that was it on Carrie Underwood. I am just so happy she's back. Her husband's also back to playing hockey, so it's like he wasn't really retired. I thought maybe he wasn't completely done. I thought that he was just taking a break because I think the two of them needed to work things out with each other. They needed to spend time together. I mean, any marriage is work. Any relationship is work. And if you're on two separate careers, you know, I don't think Carrie Underwood's ever missed one of his games. And I know she takes their son to see it. She just did the national anthem at his last game. So I'm just glad she's back and that she's happy with the way she looks now. I hope she's happy with the way she looks because she's still beautiful, whether she has a scar or not. Or scars or whatever. Everybody, like I said, everybody has scars. Sometimes the scars that are on the inside are worse than the scars that are on the outside. So this must have been a really traumatic thing for her. And I'm glad she's healing, and I'm glad she's back into the spotlight. And I can't wait for her album to come out. Oh, by the way, she's producing this album. She's co-producing this album. This is the first album that she has had so much creative input in, and that she's actually co-producing it. So I'm really anxious for that, because I know how creative she is. She may be her biggest critic, but you know, everybody is their own worst critic. I know I am. So yeah. So that was that. I'm going to try to post more often. There's no reason not to. The most traumatic thing that happened to me was when I had to have all my upper teeth pulled in July of last year. Because I had to go quite a while without any teeth in the top. And of course, as my gums were healing, it doesn't look good. You can tell when people don't have teeth. So, and then I had problems with the temporary denture that they made. They had to remake it. This is my permanent one. I got this in January. But this is the first time I've had a complete smile on the top in years. And I'm over the moon with them. I'm really happy with them. They're comfortable. They don't look fake. So I'm quite happy with that. You know, and I was thinking, because I'm only 33 years old, I'm going to be 34 this year. I'm too young for dentures. No, apparently I'm not. There's a lot of women, even men, who have full dentures, top and bottom, who are younger than me. There are some that are in their early 20s. And I'm like, wow, okay. But I think that was the most traumatic experience for me as far as my appearance goes, because it's like, you know, like I said, I'm not the most prettiest person in the world. I know, I get it. I'm not super vain, but I didn't want to be seen without anything up here. And it was a pretty traumatic surgery. I had 10 teeth pulled all at one time. I was put to sleep, thank God. I would have never survived otherwise. I don't know how people can soldier on and get teeth pulled without anesthesia or anything like that, but no, I can't. My anxiety is too bad. So, and then it ended up being that there was a part of my upper gum that wasn't healing, and I guess they left a piece of tooth in there. So the root, it was a root. So I had to get that taken out. And then I didn't get put to sleep, where the oral surgeon numbed the area pretty good. And within like 2 minutes it was out. And I didn't even feel anything. It was just like, okay. You know, I usually get myself worked up for reasons that I don't need to be worked up about. So while I'm on the Carrie Underwood kick, I'm going to talk about American Idol. I don't know what the theme is this weekend, but I want to give the contestants some advice, because I've been watching since season 2. So I do know what the judges are looking for now, even though these judges are a bunch of quacks, really. Even though I love Lionel Richie, he's not really brutally honest. Katie is somewhere off in La La Land. And Luke Bryan, he always looks like a deer caught in the headlights when the camera goes on to him. It's like okay. They did Disney last week, and I think a big part of why Ada, one of my favorites, didn't make it was because of the song choice. And she picked a song that was too big for her range. I mean, she has a massive range in her voice. She can go really low and she can go pretty high. But I don't know, she sang The Circle of Life, and most of the performance she was completely flat. I know, I love Ada. I do. I thought she could have been in the finals. And then there's another singer who's still in there, Journey, who is incredible. This girl's 18 years old, and she's like freaking amazing. She could win, but she needs to pick the right song, and she needs to let it all out on stage. I don't mean everything like that, but she needs to connect with people, because people aren't connecting with her. I vote for her, whether I connect with her or not, but other people, for some reason, weren't connecting with her. And I just don't want her to get sent home before other people, because she could win. But song choice is the biggest thing, I think, that you have to worry about when you're picking songs. You have to pick something that people know. And if you're going to pick a song by Christina Aguilera or Whitney Houston, you better sing that song as good as they do or better. So yeah, song choice is important. Don't pick a song that's too big for you. Don't pick something that's going to be extremely safe either. I mean, there's ways to take risks without being safe. Because if you pick the safe songs, the ones who take it up a notch are going to overshine you. And then you're going to end up out. Pick songs that you know the words to. Because there's nothing worse than going on stage and starting to sing a song and then forgetting the lyrics. These judges are very forgiving for that. Judges in the past were not. Simon Cowell would send people home for that. I don't know if he'd be as mean now or not, because he kind of softened up a bit since having a baby. You know, I guess he doesn't want his son to see him ripping people apart, which he's going to see anyway, because we have YouTube, and you can even look back at scenes from season 1 of American Idol on here. So, and all you have to do is look up Simon Cowell's mean remarks on American Idol or something. Yeah, he's gonna find out. And yes, connect with the audience. be likable, be relatable. And for the people voting, I just want to make this clear because I don't know if everybody was completely clear about it last week. Because when I mentioned in a comment about the top 7, there was a user who said, where did you find out about the top 7? Isn't the results tomorrow? Since Dancing with the Stars is back, American Idol is only on Sunday night. And America is voting throughout the show until the very last commercial break. You have that last commercial break to vote yet, and then it's closed. It's live in all the time zones, and people are live voting. And they changed the way you can vote. They have an app now that you can vote on. You can vote on the website, americanidol.com/vote, or you can text the number of the contestants. And you can vote 10 times per contestant per voting method. There's no more numbers that you call that you like the 18, whatever that was it 1866 or something, I don't know. They are not doing that anymore. And then at the very end of the show is when they're doing the eliminations and who's going through. So I just want people to be aware of that. Because God forbid, that's why Ada didn't make it through. I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on that. I'm so upset that she didn't make it. But there's a couple girls from Pennsylvania now that I'm cheering on. Katie Turner and Gabby Barrett. And of course, I'm supporting Gabby. Journey. Those are my 3 favorite people on the show right now. Are Katie, Gabby, and Journey. The other 2 people I liked, Dennis Lorenzo and Ada Vox, got sent home last week. So unfortunately from them, I can't vote anymore. So there's still 3 people I like. And they're also eliminating more people than before. It used to be 1 elimination per week, and that judges save that they could save 1 contestant 1 time throughout the whole thing, but they had to do it before the top 5. We went from the top 24 to the top 14. America didn't get to vote for that. That was strictly the judges. And then we got to vote for the top 14, and we went from 14 to 10, 10 to 7. We're going to go 7 to 5, and then 5 to the finale. Which I'm not sure if they're going to get rid of 3 more people after the top 5, or how many people they're going to send to the finale. But I've had a reoccurring dream that the final 2 standing are going to be Katie Turner and Gabby Barrett. And a lot of people are thinking, okay, well then Gabby Barrett's going to win. But don't count Katie out. She may not look like a star, but she's great. She's a great performer. She's a great singer. She's fun. She's quirky. Got a great personality. That was one of the things I liked most about her when I first saw her audition. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, this might be another Susan Boyle moment. I mean, she's pretty, but she's not what people would say have the it factor. So thank God she has a personality, because that carries her. Her personality is what carries her, I think. And she's just, I love her. She's feisty, ferocious, and she's a little firecracker. And I think she might end up winning the whole thing. Although I do like Gabby, and I do like Journey. Sorry, I have tooth glue on my lip. That's the only thing about wearing dentures is the tooth adhesive. Is the adhesive that you have to put on. But other than that, it's okay. Not too bad. So yeah. I will be doing more videos. I want to do a review of RuPaul's Drag Race. The last time I did a video on RuPaul's Drag Race, Sharon Needles won, and I was extremely thrilled about that. And now we're at season 10, so... Okay. I'm gonna go, because otherwise I will keep rambling on about different things, and... I'm not that interesting. Okay. Bye.